What is going on, guys? MJ105 Gundam here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the high-grade Gaeon from Gundam Reconguista in G. A G-series unit deployed against the Crescent ship to liberate it from the Megafauna crew before breaking out into battle. A devastating mistake forced its pilot, Kia Mubeki, to use it and the Conquer the Venus mobile armor to rectify it at the cost of its destruction. Coming with 11 runners and a medium-sized sticker sheet, the high-grade Gaeon has quite the parts count despite one of them being a runner of beams, while resulting in the lengthier and more involved build than normal, mainly attributed to the big arm units which make the build refreshing. The use of massive gates on quite a few of the parts on top of the metallic gunmetal finish they used for the joints make for a cleanup nightmare, especially on the darker pieces. Furthermore, the terribly simple construction of the main body often leads to jarring seam lines, so it's safe to say that it's altogether not the best build experience that a gunpla has to offer. Despite that chore of a build though, the high-grade Gaeon looks decent, but the one thing that it immediately needs is panel lining. I get where the designers are coming from, as the kit reflects the smooth panels and futuristic look really well, but it just looks quite basic without any detail enhancement. Other than that, the Gaeon looks good and well represented, while otherwise looking like a standard Gundam with a giant backpack. Proportions and color choices are generally nailed, and part separation is quite decent as well. Most notably, the tiny purple vents on the chest and waist are separate plastic pieces. Stickers are used on the head sensors, the face, the dark purple on the shoulder, black on the knees, under the green pieces of the big hands, as well as the light purple and the sensors on the big thumbs. The larger pieces aren't too good looking, but I'll say that they still do their jobs well enough. As for post-build touch-ups, apart from panel lining, the Vulcans need a dash of grey, while the tips of the V-fin need to be painted in the base light purple. The dark purple manicure can arguably be ignored, but it's really up to you. Otherwise, the kit has the foundations for an acceptable representation of the Gaeon. Articulation begins with a double ball jointed head, though the cheek panels might collide with the collar and hinder movement. The arms can swing forward, roll, and rotate. There's the perpendicular arm raise, bicep cut, double jointed elbows, and ball jointed wrists. There's nothing in the abs and waist apart from the waist rotation, which is a compromise made for stability's sake. All the skirts can move. Full front and side splits are achievable. There's a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and hinged ball jointed feet. Finally, the big arms can unfold on a multitude of joints, as well as rotate at the base and palm. The thumb can rotate, flare out, and flip up and down, while all the fingers can bend on double joints. Altogether, the articulation of the Gaeon is average at best, as all the movement range is given to the big arm unit. It's also no surprise that you will need an action base to support the kit, since the massive backpack really weighs down the kit unless you use the large fingers as ground support. Otherwise, there are no mechanical faults to report. Accessories begin with a set of open hands and a single right holding hand with the palm detail sticking through. And since the only handheld weapon is the beam rifle, the hand options aren't all that bad. The rifle has a sticker for the scope and sandwiches into the hand for simple use. But the star of the show is the big arm unit. They can unfold and pose to your liking with all the joints, while your imagination supplements in the firing of beams. The fingertips can also generate beam blades with the provided effect parts, expanding the reach of the arm units and either scratching or poking someone to death, while providing the Gaeon with unrivaled shelf presence. You can also kind of force in the sword funnel gimmick by disassembling the front of the fingers and jamming in an action base for separate display. It's an odd feature for the mobile suits for sure, but at least you can cheat your way to displaying it in use. The high-grade Gaeon is honestly neither outstanding nor revolting. It's just a kit that has and is only known for the big arm unit, which granted is engineered really well along with the rest of the kit, with an acceptable number of stickers to supplement the missing detail, as well as compromises in the articulation in an effort to increase stability. So for those who are looking for a representation of the Gaeon, you won't be disappointed. I think the biggest undoing of this kit is the build process, the use of large gates and a metallic frame being the biggest hindrance of all. Not to mention, because of how forgettable the actual character of the Gaeon is, it's hard to form an attachment towards this design. Overall, it's a decent kit, but a very niche one that doesn't have the best build experience at that. And that's all for me. Thank you for watching, drop a like and comment if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content like this, and feel free to follow me on social media with the links down below. That said, take it easy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out guys, bye bye.